Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sports Source, your number one source for sports. I am Dougal Goldberg, and today I'm going to be running down my NHL award predictions and who actually won. And before I start the video, I just want to note that the expansion draft and the NHL cover was in that, but I'm not going to be running down the NHL cover or the expansion draft, because this probably isn't going to be the real Vegas team. This is just kind of a filler, because there's still the free agency and the draft. So maybe later in the season, I will do a season preview for the Golden Knights. Without further ado, let's get into the awards. We'll start off with the Hart Memorial Trophy. Goes to the MVP of the league. And my prediction was McDavid. And the other competitors were Bobrovsky and Crosby. And it was McDavid that won it. I kind of saw that coming. He got the most points. I mean, the award doesn't always go to the most points, but I just saw him taking it. I don't know. I don't really have any reasoning behind it. I guess the Pittsburgh Penguins, they'd still be good without Crosby. But, the Oilers without McDavid, they would probably get Patrick or Hischier. Or at least a top 3 pick. So that's the reasoning behind that pick. Next up is the Vezina, goes to the best goalie. The competitors were Bobrovsky, Price, and Holtby. And my prediction was Bobrovsky, and it was Bobrovsky. He very well deserves it. He had an amazing season, a bounce-back year. And last year, they started out the worst team in the first half, I'm pretty sure. Then the second half, they improved, but still not great. Bobrovsky didn't play great last year. I think he was injured for some of it. I'm not sure, though. And also, they got the 3rd overall pick last year. And to have a comeback year like that, it's just amazing, really. I don't like Columbus, but I'm really impressed with what they did this season. And most of it is due to Bobrovsky. The Jack Adams Award for Coach of the Year. Now, honestly, for Coach of the Year, I feel like it's not really a Coach of the Year award. It's just which coach surprised. And the competitors were Todd McLellan for the Edmonton Oilers, John Tortorella for the Columbus Blue Jackets, and Mike Babcock for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, I was kind of surprised, but kind of not surprised that Tortorella won it, because I said Babcock, but that was more about the players. I mean, the coach really helped them get to that stage, but most of it was the players. I knew it wasn't going to be Todd McLellan, even though they had the most... No, they didn't have the most improved season. They had a great season, nonetheless. But John Tortorella, when they went on that 16-game winning streak in December, or November to December, or December to January, it was huge. And most of that was due to Bobrovsky, Tortorella, and just the team blending. And I'm really proud of what Tortorella did, but I don't know if he should have taken it home. But after thinking about more, I believe he should have. My early prediction was Babcock, but now I see that Tortorella was the right choice. The Calder Award, it goes to the Rookie of the Year. The competitors were Austin Matthews, Patrick Laine, and Zach Werenski. My prediction was Austin Matthews, and it was Austin Matthews. With my favorite player being Patrick Laine, it hurts to say that Austin Matthews is the Calder winner. I love Austin Matthews still, though. He's a great player. I appreciate him and what he did for the team, bringing them to the playoffs. He just had more points, and with that 4-goal game, I mean, Laine did score 3 hat-tricks before he even turned 19. I knew Zach Werenski wasn't going to get it. There's always that one player, usually a defenseman, that is just shut out. There's the other 2 guys fighting it out, then there's just the third option. And I feel like for most of the awards, that's what it is. I mean, you could say for almost all these awards that there's 2 people really battling it out, and then there's just the third person there. But I still think Werenski's a great player. He is a great player. He did good for the Columbus Blue Jackets. I just didn't see him winning Rookie of the Year. And I saw Matthews winning Rookie of the Year. So that's why I penciled him in for Rookie of the Year. The Norris Trophy goes to the best defenseman. Now, my prediction was Erik Karlsson. And it actually went to Brent Burns. Now, Erik Karlsson is a great player. And what he did for the playoffs, I think he's established himself as probably... This is a bold statement, but probably the best defenseman in the NHL with the playoffs, where he led his team to the conference finals against Pittsburgh, the powerhouse. Game 7, too. That was just an amazing accomplishment. They should all be proud of themselves, but Erik Karlsson really led that team. Same with Craig Anderson, who won the Bill Masterton, which I mean, I think that no one else deserved that award. I think that he deserved it. And it's cool to see these players like Brian Bickle, who went up on the stage and talked about his struggles, and same with Craig Anderson. But it's cool to see players persevere and dedicate their life to the game of hockey, even though there's family matters. But back to the Norris, I thought Carlson should have won it. I mean, Burns had the most points, but he was very inconsistent. Or not inconsistent, but at the end of the year, he started to trail off. And Carlson leading his team there, I mean, you could say that he's already got 2 Norris trophies from already being the point leader. So it's kind of a taste of his own medicine. And I'm not talking about Hedman. Hedman's an amazing defenseman. It's just, again, the third guy in the Norris race. But Brent Burns won it. And it was kind of deserving because he got the most points. But I penciled in Erik Karlsson, and I was wrong. But I still think that should have been Erik Karlsson. Moving on to the last award I'll go in depth talking about, because there's other awards that I just will be briefly talking about. But the Frank J. Selke goes to the best defensive forward. There was Bergeron, Kessler, and Mika Koivu. Now Mika Koivu, again, the third man. He led the league in blocked shots with 62, I believe. And he's a great defensive forward. It just, with better, more elite defenders like Kessler and Bergeron, Koivu doesn't get the respect with this award. And no one really penciled him in, I don't think. But my prediction was Bergeron. It was Bergeron. I think this is his 4th Selke, tying for the most. And if he wins another one, can we just name it the Patrice Bergeron Award? Because, he's really making a name for himself. He's a great defensive forward. Great on face-offs. Great in his own end. I think Kessler had a chance to win it. He's very good on the penalty kill, but so is Bergeron, and that's what happened. Bergeron won. So, the general manager of the year, there was David Poile. There was the Ottawa Senators GM. Can't think of his name right now. I'm very sorry. And there was another guy. I can't think of him right now. I'm sorry, I didn't write this down. I just did this on the spot. But David Poile was the GM of the year. After drafting most of these players and developing them, and also with smart trading, I mean, the Seth Jones for Ryan Johansson, even though he didn't play in the finals, that was still a great trade. Subban for Weber, I mean, he did a great job with the bench, and he's the only general manager ever in Predators history. Thank you all for listening. This was my NHL awards prediction and reaction. Hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, smash that like button. It means a lot to have your support. And subscribe for more sports content. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.